This is Iraqi Dinar Today Latest news, and it's October 30th. In recent weeks, a remarkable development has been quietly unfolding across the global financial scene. Demand for the Iraqi dinar has surged in ways not seen in years, attracting serious attention from institutional investors rather than everyday currency enthusiasts. What's taking shape behind the scenes is drawing interest from private funds, international brokers, and major financial institutions, all moving strategically to position themselves before what many describe as a significant shift in Iraq's currency landscape. Observers are noting that this is no ordinary fluctuation. Typically, currencies like the dinar experience gradual changes in interest over long periods, but the pace of current activity has been startling, marked by rapid and calculated acquisitions through official channels. These moves aren't based on speculation alone. They appear driven by concrete information, market signals, and insider awareness of Iraq's evolving monetary environment. The speed and precision of this accumulation are what make the trend stand out from typical retail activity. The Central Bank of Iraq, or CBI, sits at the center of this surge. Analysts closely monitor its statements, policies, and technical operations, searching for clues about future currency adjustments. In recent communications, CBI officials have indicated that preparations for an updated monetary framework are complete. Though timelines remain unspecified, these signals have sparked heightened anticipation. Banks are reportedly testing international systems, updating digital platforms, and readying infrastructure to accommodate higher transaction volumes involving the dinar. Meanwhile, Iraq's government has been aligning its economic strategy with international standards. Officials have presented comprehensive reform plans to global financial organizations, outlining how the country intends to modernize banking systems, integrate the dinar into global markets, and strengthen fiscal stability. Such initiatives foster international confidence and create an environment that encourages larger-scale participation by investors who prefer stable and transparent financial systems. A particularly noteworthy shift has been Iraq's decision to execute certain oil contracts using its own currency. This move, while technical in nature, holds substantial symbolic and economic importance. It demonstrates growing confidence in the dinar's stability and introduces real-world demand for it beyond domestic use. As a major oil-producing nation, Iraq's choice to settle some transactions in dinar underscores the government's intent to elevate the currency's standing in regional and global markets. Patterns like these have appeared before major currency adjustments in other nations. Analysts often reference examples such as Kuwait, Vietnam, and China, where subtle yet coordinated accumulation occurred prior to formal revaluations. In each instance, institutions moved early, guided by data and policy signals. The parallels seen in today's Iraqi dinar market, from dealer shortages to increased institutional purchases, mirror those historical precedents and have become a point of intense scrutiny among currency observers. Dealers themselves are now reporting unusual activity. Inventories of physical dinar notes are running low across multiple outlets, with some temporarily suspending sales to manage supply. Historically, such supply constraints have accompanied periods of heightened institutional positioning. When inventories decline sharply, it often indicates that large players are consolidating their holdings before broader market awareness sets in, creating ripple effects through the global currency trade network. International financial centers such as London, Dubai, and Frankfurt have also shown signs of preparation. Sources suggest internal tests are underway to ensure that global banking systems can process transactions at potential new exchange rates. These routine tests, designed for technical readiness, are generally conducted privately but tend to coincide with the final stages of monetary adjustments. They allow banks to validate that cross-border systems can handle updates smoothly and efficiently. Simultaneously, Iraq's central bank continues upgrading its domestic infrastructure. Updates to software, testing of international payment networks, and the introduction of smaller denomination notes are all part of a modernization campaign aimed at facilitating better liquidity and circulation. Such reforms are standard practice when a nation anticipates increased financial activity or seeks to integrate more fully with international systems. The presence of foreign delegations in Baghdad has also increased, signaling renewed interest in Iraq's economic potential. Partnerships with global banks and investment firms are expanding, as new agreements in energy, infrastructure, and finance are being signed. These collaborations indicate growing confidence from abroad and demonstrate that Iraq's recovery and modernization efforts are being recognized by major economic players. At the same time, large international banks are quietly adjusting their internal systems to accommodate dinar transactions. Financial institutions like Wells Fargo, Chase, and HSBC are reportedly updating currency management software to ensure smooth operations should trading volumes increase. These updates are not visible to the public but are a common, preparatory step when financial systems anticipate greater currency activity on the global stage. Media coverage of Iraq's economic progress has also started to evolve. Smaller financial outlets have begun reporting on the country's modernization initiatives, while larger networks are highlighting its growing reserve strength and improved fiscal transparency. Though most reporting remains cautious, the uptick in coverage reflects broader awareness of Iraq's monetary reform efforts and could contribute to shaping future investor sentiment. For observers, the accumulation of these developments points to an inflection point. The convergence of institutional activity, government reforms, and infrastructural upgrades suggest that the dinar is entering a new phase of its evolution. Whether or not this results in a revaluation remains uncertain, but the groundwork being laid demonstrates a clear commitment to strengthening the nation's financial position. Over the coming weeks, analysts recommend watching several indicators closely, including central bank announcements, forex rate adjustments, and the continuity of oil contracts priced in dinar. Any combination of these events could signal the next stage in Iraq's currency strategy. It's these verifiable movements, rather than speculation, that provide meaningful insight into what's happening behind the scenes. The potential global implications are significant. With Iraq holding over 140 billion barrels of proven oil reserves, even minor adjustments to its currency can influence international trade dynamics, from OPEC pricing strategies to foreign exchange reserves held by central banks. As a result, financial analysts and policymakers around the world are paying closer attention to how Iraq's monetary decisions might ripple through global markets. Political support within Iraq further reinforces the current trajectory. Leaders have consistently emphasized aligning the currency with the nation's economic strength, framing it as part of broader efforts to enhance sovereignty and rebuild public trust in national institutions. When political will, financial policy, and investor behavior align, transformative economic shifts often follow. All these developments together point to a moment of strategic importance. Iraq's internal reforms, external partnerships, and rising investor confidence are reshaping perceptions of the dinar. While no one can predict precise outcomes, the signs of preparation are visible and measurable across multiple sectors. The ongoing surge in activity marks a critical chapter in Iraq's financial story. As the situation continues to evolve, remaining informed and observant is essential. The world is watching how Iraq's reforms unfold, and the pace at which global institutions adapt provides a clear signal of the dinar's growing role in international finance. For now, one thing is clear: a quiet transformation is underway, and it is capturing the attention of markets across the globe.